Jonathan saw the work that we do on Instagram, and he got in touch with me and he said to me that he has a ring which is incredibly sentimental to him. It was his grandfather's ring, but he wants to put a little bit more something into it. This ring has gotten very thin over time, and also he had a little bit of gold that he wanted to invest in it. So we spoke and we made him this Signet ring. Hi, my name is Yaku. This is my workshop. Behind the camera, as always, is Demaya. Welcome to the channel. I have the Signet ring. I know he wants the ring changed into 18 karat. I'm going to remake this by hand, and I'm going to remake it thicker and heavier. I'm using the original stone, obviously, because it's from his grandfather. We're going to use this original ring as inspiration. I'm cutting the ring open to create a stencil.
You heat it up and then you put the ball fraise on it. Yeah, what are you doing there?
I'm flattening the groove so that I don't, so when I flatten it, I don't have that little ridge. Once I've gotten the thickness that I'm looking for, so we're taking a signature from the old ring.
And you're gluing it?
I use super glue to glue it. It holds very nicely, and you just heat it up and everything comes apart afterwards. When I'm cutting it off, I'm always cutting just ever so slightly above the line, above the edge. First of all, I don't want the filings to be contaminated with any of the 9 karat. It's just working clean, I suppose. But if I'm slightly above that, and I'm basically cutting out a shadow just around it, and I'm talking about 0.5 millimeter if you possibly can. The closer you can get, the better without touching. While it's still glued, I'm now going to file it. I'm filing it from the 18 karat gold side towards the 9 karat, so it's slightly over like that. And I'm filing it, and as I'm getting to the point where I just see just touching, I stop. But also by this point, I've removed and cleaned my desk with all the 18 karat that I'm using to keep that absolutely clean. And this part where there's minimal touching goes into my lemel. I'm bringing those two parts together at the top, essentially the middle part of the ring. I can manipulate both those pieces as one piece and bring it back to the other side and solder this point as well. I need to do that because I have to start forming the ring. I've joined the top part together, the bottom part's not joined back together yet. So what does it give me? It gives me this access point to the bottom, which means I can bring a ball punch in and start shaping the angle that I'm looking for. Soft kind of angle. Remember, I'm looking to make this ring slightly beefier. If you want to see more of this type of technique with regards to the doming punch, you can see this in the video right over here. Once I've got a general shape, I'm bringing the parts at the bottom together, creating a ring. The first parts I've soldered together with 18 karat hard. It's right here on the other side of the shank, so I can work with comfort over here. I'm still working with hard as long as I possibly can. Clamp this onto my benchmate, the round part which expands. It's stretched to its maximum. Can't move this way, it can't move that way. Now I'm bringing a burnisher in and I'm forcing it between that round stretched part that holds the ring. In there, I'm forcing the metal into more of a square, soft, cushion cut shape. This is the stone that's going to live inside the ring, so I need to make sure that the stone is cradled in the shape. It's at a point now where I can bring in a sleeve. So I've made it the size that I need to be, plus the size of the sleeve, if that makes sense. A trick that I use over here is you could take the sleeve and make it ever so slightly smaller, insert it so it fits, and then once that's done, you can put it on the ring stretcher and just stretch the inside ring up to meet the outside ring. It's starting to look like something's happening. We have an inside, we have an outside. It's all been handmade. I haven't compromised the thickness. All I need to do now is to solder the edges where it touches and cut off the excess to shape the ring into the shape that it has. And from here onwards, it's that finalization. And it takes more time than most people think it does, but it's necessary to put the time into the refining, because that's what makes the ring, that's what gives it its essence. So all that remains right now is to set the stone, which was a joy because I made the ring for the stone. I get to say this over and over and over on my videos, but I truly do enjoy making jewelry, and I hope that you got something from this video, which is why we make it. We're getting the feedback saying that you guys are enjoying it. And if there's any questions, please put them in the comments. This helps other jewelers as well. If you like what we're doing, if you like to support the channel, you're welcome to buy me a coffee. Link is in the description. We'll see you in the next video. Bye.
Bye, guys.